Hello and welcome to your Angel Oracle card reading for the week of July 28th, 2014. This reading will be drawn from Doreen Virtue's Mary, Queen of Angels Oracle cards. It's a wonderful positive deck with lots of inspirational messages. It's becoming one of my favorite decks for my personal readings. And I find it nice because the deck is based on a more non-denominational view, which I feel strongly in the spiritual world is where things are moving anyway, understanding it's all one. So we see Mary here, not necessarily appearing as Mother Mary in the Catholic form, but as a non-denominational entity of Mary, Queen of Angels. And for this reading, the first card I draw is Jesus. I pray for Jesus' help and guidance with this situation. So we start the first half of the week off with you addressing a situation. Maybe you're struggling with a choice, or there has been some tragedy or drama in your life, or just a good opportunity that requires consideration for possibly affecting your life situation. So again, in that non-denominational way, we see Jesus, and if Jesus resonates with you purely in a Christian way, that's fine too. This reading and these messages will come to you in the way that's best suited for you at this time. Here we see a situation, a decision, something in your life that's coming up that requires your attention that maybe you're struggling with. It could be positive or negative. It's all neutral. It's all what we make of it. And in the statement of this card, I pray for Jesus' help and guidance with this situation. It's merely a reminder that we have an entire army of divine characters just waiting for us to call on them for help. Jesus may not resonate with you as your go-to deity that you pray to or get guidance from, and that's okay too. These are all visual cues. These are all just triggers for us to be reminded of things. And in this case, we see this card of asking for help, basically, asking for guidance, reaching out to the figure of your choosing that you turn to for guidance in these situations. It's a reminder for you to connect to your inner self, then your higher self, and then ultimately your universal self, and get the information you need, get the guidance you need. And that's what we're really looking at here. I myself identify with Jesus as a Christian spiritualist. But again, when I do these readings, it's really not about a specific figure. These are all just cues. But if that's how it resonates with you, that's perfectly fine. Now, as we move through the second half of the week, we see the sobriety card. Whenever this card comes up, I always like to clarify for people. Sobriety doesn't always necessarily mean drugs and alcohol. So the message on the card is, my clear mind is easily able to focus and concentrate. So you're dealing with a situation, you're asking for guidance, but you have to be of clear mind and kind of not distracted, not weighed down, in order to freely communicate, in order to bring that message in, and to really be able to process it and make a decision that's best for you. When we see sobriety, there are so many things that could be affecting us that sobriety applies to. My daughter is addicted to electronics, for instance. Sometimes she's very distracted. She's lost in the when her face is in her iPad or on the computer or whatever it is she's staring at that time, she's completely disconnected. That is a form of addiction. It could be caffeine. It could be tasty cakes. I had a recent hospital stay. Nothing serious, and I thank everybody for their well wishes that gave them. And those who didn't, that's fine too. I didn't want to single anybody out. But addiction comes in all shapes and sizes. Whenever I see this card, I refer to the one song. It has a great line in it. It says, "You can be addicted to a certain kind of sadness." Addiction comes in all shapes and sizes. So when I draw this card for somebody in a personal reading, if I'm doing a one-on-one reading or even a distance reading, or anytime I draw somebody, it creates a sense of uneasiness. So I like to kind of put that out there. So to the message at hand, sobriety. So what they're trying to tell us with this card is really just, disconnect from these things, whether it be physical addictions, chemical addictions, material addictions, whatever it is that we are consuming our time, consuming our brain with, our bodies with, to distract or bury issues or problems. It's about clearing that away so we can be open and free and clear-minded in order to receive the guidance we're asking for and therefore make a proper, well-balanced, well-thought-out decision. So as you move through the second half of the week, as you're dealing with this situation that has come up and you're processing and trying to find the best options for, keep that in mind. We have to ask for the guidance, but then we have to do the footwork on our behalf to be able to properly receive it and responsibly utilize it. So think about what in your life you're using to distract yourself from problems, from worries, and these things are important as kind of take the edges off or enjoyment or pleasure. But in a time of need, in a time where you're trying to connect and communicate and get your information, we need to be focused and clear-headed. So look at what it is that you're using or what device it is that you have in your life that is complicating the situation or not enabling you to clearly see the full spectrum of the situation, and try to move away from that as we move through the end of this week. So now we move into the weekend and we see signs. I watch, no pun intended, I watch for, notice, and trust the signs that heaven continually sends. Signs and synchronicities are the most basic ways that we receive communication from our guides, the Angelic Collective, God, loved ones. It's all done through signs, through little things that we see. We look at the clock and it's a certain time of day. It's all synchronicities and signs, and this is the most basic way to communicate with us. So as you're moving through the weekend, you get the situation now. You've received your the guidance and you've quieted your mind and you're ready to make the decision. Look for signs. They're telling us. They're sending you everything you need to know that you're on the right track. So look for the signs. Not only look for them, when you see them, take them for what they are. Oftentimes I get people coming for a reading. I give them the reading, and they know in their heart it's the truth, but it's not exactly what you wanted to hear, so they kind of leave like, well, I don't know. We have to trust what they're telling us. So look for the signs. Take them for what they are. Trust in the divine guidance. They would never steer you wrong. And hopefully this will all help you get to the best possible outcome that the situation that's been presented to you has to offer. And that's all we can do. Ask for the guidance, but then trust it and take it when it's given. It seems like that's the message for this week. Clear your mind. Follow or ask, connect and ask for the guidance. Clear your mind to receive the messages, but then the key is to then take the advice you're being given. Because as human beings, we tend to not take the advice that's right for us, but we wait for the one person to give us the advice that we want in order to approve of a behavior or an outcome that maybe we shouldn't be a part of. So listen to the signs, trust that they're there for your best interest and to put you where you need to be as part of your soul journey. And always give thanks and always give love. And so that concludes another weekly Angel Oracle card reading. I hope this all resonated with you guys, and I thank you for your continued support and following. We're nearing 500 likes, so as soon as we get that, I'll plan some sort of a celebration. I'll be giving away probably some free readings, and maybe trying another live broadcast with Q&A. In the meantime, if this reading has resonated with you, or you go through this week and really felt like everything fit, you're always welcome to share if you would like to. You can either comment on the Facebook page or on the YouTube page under the video. Or if you have any questions or want to speak to me directly about this reading or any of the readings, or if you would like a personalized reading, you can always reach me at the website www.advancedangelcards.com, or directly by email at daniel@advancedangelcards.com, or you can call the Google Angel Hotline at 747-444-1022. Again, that's 747-444-1022. Thank you all, and have a blessed week.